Hello and welcome back to Learning Hub. Today we are going to discuss about another kind of intent, that is implicit intent. In the last video we talked about simple intent, which was explicit intent. So while categorizing intents in Android, we can simply categorize them into two types: explicit and implicit. Explicit intents are those where we transition or where we shift from one activity to the other within one particular application. But implicit intents are those where we basically open some other application from our current application. So in the last video we saw the use of explicit intent, and today we're going to see the use of implicit intent. So some examples of implicit intent are like opening a camera from our application, or opening the mail from our application, or maybe opening a browser from our application. So in this video we're going to see how we can open a browser from our application, provided that we provide the URL that is supposed to be open. So without any delay, let's start. So we have this main UI file here, which contains a button that we coded in our last video. So today we're going to add an edit text here. This height is going to be the width is going to be match parent, height will be wrap content. We'll provide an ID. This ID will be URL entry, and then we'll provide a hint. So type your URL, and I think this is done. Also we'll define a button which will have a height and width of wrap content. We'll provide an ID. This will be go to browser, and then I'll provide a text here, go to browser. Let me keep this in center, so the gravity or the layout gravity will be center horizontal. Okay, so this is all in the UI part. Now we'll move on to our main activity, which is the associated Java class. For activity underscore main, we're going to define a button here, which is open browser button. Also we'll have an edit text for URL entry. I'm going to keep the same name. It doesn't matter whether the object name and the ID of that particular object is the same. So we're going to initialize these two objects. Open browser equals to find v by id r.id dot go to browser. Yes, so and URL entry is equal to find v by id r.id dot URL entry. Now okay, these two are showing error. Go back to this and then save your file, come back. I think the error should be gone. Okay, now click on this open browser button, set on click listener, new on click listener. Inside this on click, we are going to first extract our URL that has been typed by the user. So this will come from URL entry dot get text dot to string. Now we have our user typed URL in this particular string variable. We're going to define an intent I equal to new intent. Unlike explicit intent, here we are going to just define the destination. So anytime Android sees this intent dot action underscore view, the system understands that the user wants to open a browser. Along with that, we're going to set our data here to, so I dot set data will use URI dot parse and then pass this URL here. Okay, so and then as usual we'll do start activity I. Okay, so this is all for the code that we're supposed to do here. Two things that we did extra in this particular project. One was edit text, where which is a widget that allows user to type in anything the user wants, and then we implemented an implicit intent. Along with implicit intent, what we also did was we also passed a value along with the intent, which is kind of a unique thing which we had not done in our earlier videos. But remember, we can also pass such values in our explicit intent too. So We'll see that in our upcoming video, but for now let's run this application and see if the application indeed runs or not, or if the user typed URL does open in the browser or not. As we can see, the app is running. Let's type http https www.google.com. Go to browser and google.com does open here. If I go back and if I change my URL to something like okay, what can it be? msn.com. okay, so if we go to the browser, the msn.com does come into play. So I think the implementation is correct. I hope you understood the implementation. We saw a simple example of implicit intent in this particular video. If you have any problem running the code, do comment down below and I'll try to help you out. So in the upcoming video, we'll see how we can pass values from one activity to the other using explicit intent. So I'll see you in the next video soon.